Hey friends, Ari here. I hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to share with you my thoughts on what makes Waving Through a Window from the musical Dear Evan Hansen an impactful song. When I say an impactful song, what I mean is this music hits us somewhere deep inside and becomes more than just an entertainment. It becomes more meaningful. I've always been interested in the art of creating such music, so when I analyze songs, I am speaking from that perspective. I have a daughter who's really gotten big into musicals, so I've been listening to a lot of music lately with her. And when I heard this song from Dear Evan Hansen, it really hit me hard in that of all the music that I've heard, this one might be the most me in terms of course, the style of the music and the songwriting, but of course the lyrics and the sentiment and the meaning behind it. I was just blown away. And I really wanted to figure out how they pulled off making such a powerful piece of music. And sure enough, when I analyzed the songwriting, I could tell that there are some really great songwriting techniques that are being incorporated, and this song really just sort of squeezes your emotion out of you. It's just built to be really deliver that punch. So I want to go through a few of the things that I observed in the song. So the first point that I want to make is this one, the opening riff that you hear in the piano in the original. It goes like this. Right, so it's a simple two-note figure, but it forms the sort of central motif and hook of the song. It's basically C sharp and E, going to D and A and E and B. So these are sparse parts, but the outline in these chords, it's actually A over C sharp and D and E. Right? So you can hear that part in that harmony there. But the interesting part is this first one, A over C sharp. This is a standard A chord, and most of the time in popular music, if you hear a chord, you can assume that the root, the main note of the chord is at the bottom, right? But in this case, this A chord is sitting on top of the third, which is the C sharp. So hear how that is really unstable sounding, right? Imagine like if I went through a song and then ended on that chord, like as opposed to, right? I mean, it just sounds like it sounds really insecure, doesn't it? I mean, it just feels very unsettled, and therein lies the power of this chord or the impact of this harmony in the song. I mean, this is a song about a high school student who's very much feeling insecure about himself, and you start out with this chord. Just listen to those chords. It's full of longing. You can tell that this is somebody who's yearning for resolution, which you don't get in this progression. But I just think it's brilliant that this simple figure forms the harmonic signature of the song, and feeling of this song is just distilled and expressed in that one chord. Alright, the second point I want to convey is about the range, right? Generally speaking, the higher the note is, the more attention-grabbing or more ear-catching it is. So what you want to do as a songwriting or composition best practice is to sort of save what I might call money shot or money notes for the key part of the chorus or the hook, right? Because if you have other higher notes up before that point, obviously it doesn't sort of catch you something new and more heightened sort of attention-getting moment. So the best practice is to start low and then sort of save the higher notes for the critical moment. So with that being said, listen to this first verse and chorus. It goes like this. I learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake. before I leave is the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare. No sleeping up if you sleep away. So I got nothing to say. No, I got nothing to share. Step out on the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out on the sun because you learned. On the outside, always looking, will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak but nobody can hear, so I wait around for answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? So, as you noticed, that the waving, right, it goes into a much higher note than the rest of the melody there. That it's a comfortable range for tenors and even baritones for the rest of the song, but then it goes into the waving, right? And then that is designed to sort of really catch your attention, and it's the core part of the hook there, and it's really effective that that's being used, or that's being saved for the the title line of the song. Alright, the next point I want to make is about repetitions, and this is a song that uses repetition really effectively. I hate to say it, but a lot of times when I see repetitions in songs, I often think, wow, that's a missed opportunity. They could have done something more interesting. Songwriters get into certain patterns and think that's okay, and I encourage all of us to sort of not get lazy or just to do things just because that's how it's always been done, but to instead of repetitions, always create like a variations or do something that's a little bit different every time so that the song stays interesting. But in this case, repetitions being used is very intentional and super effective. From the chorus going, tapping on the glass to, right? And then even more effective is the bridge part. When you're falling in the forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound, right? And that's kind of keeps going, and it just really sort of conveys the state of mind. That's the thought that he can't stop thinking about, is like, am I really alone? Am I really left deserted? Like, is there really nobody watching and caring about who I am? And that obsession is being portrayed in the repetition being used in the bridge. Alright, one more point. Punchline at the end of the bridge, pause, and key change. I'll say it again. Punchline, pause, key change. My goodness. Can you say just one of those three things can be really powerful in a songwriting, but it has three of them in a row. Oh my goodness. That's like the most pregnant, most potent, most tear-jerking moment or pause, actually, that I've ever seen in all the music that I've listened to. It's really, of course, songwriting best practice to sort of save the punchline, or the most revealing, most important, most meaningful line at the end of the bridge before you return to the chorus, right? And there's a very poignant moment there where the character Evan Hansen is really being vulnerable, and then there's a pause, and then you go up half a step from the key of A to key of B flat. To heighten, of course, remember, so the higher the notes are, the more attention grabbing it is, so the drama goes up literally a notch there. And wow, I think it's really awesome. It's really amazing that they packed those three things in a single moment, and man, I can start to tear up just thinking about it. So anyway, let me just attempt to see if I can perform just that little big piece for you here. Allow me. When you fall in the forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you fall in the forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you fall in the forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you fall in the forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Oh, even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapped in the glass, waving through the window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for us to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through the window. Does anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Alright, thank you for allowing me. I just think the world of this song, and you know, again, I identify with the song, and range-wise and style-wise, it's like it was like the song of the year. I mean, well, I mean, not this year, maybe it was last year that I came across this song, so it was my song of the year last year, and I just think the world of this song. It's just so powerful, and it just really struck me hard. So I'm excited to share why I think this song is so effective with you. Alright, that's all I have for you today. Thanks again for watching. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, or share. And if you really want to help me make more of these videos, please check out my original music or become my Patreon. Thank you again. I'll see you next time.